there really a massive difference between brass darts and premium darts? Let's compare the Rob Cross brass to the 95Ks.
So as you can see straight off the bat, you will see that the packaging is, I would say, so much nicer, understandably so, on the 95Ks compared to the brass. Like I said, ignore the fact that these are signed, all right? But let's get into showing you what you get in the brass set first. Now, if I'm honest with you, this brass set could be a lot worse. So you get a really nice little wallet, right? And you open it up, and to be fair, you get quite a decent amount of stuff. So you get three sets of stems, because obviously there's a set of stems on there as well. And then you got the barrels, and then you also then got 3 sets of flights. And there is the brass Rob Cross dart. Now, as it goes to being brass, it doesn't actually look that bad. It's still quite a pretty dart, and I mean, it could be a whole lot worse. But now let's go on to what we get in the 95Ks. Now, straight off the bat, you can see how much of a nicer packaging it is. You open it up, and even the presentation is nice. You get another sort of material to cover it, and then straight off, you then see just the flights. All right, we reveal these. Bish bash bosh. I mean, look at how nice these darts are. Yes, I've changed the points in them, but they are a very stylish dart. Something that I'll get onto a lot more when we start throwing them is you'll see how much thinner the barrel is. And I'll get into more detail about that when we start throwing. But not only do you get the darts in here, you also, underneath the darts, you then also get more goodies. So you get another set of Swiss points, you get a target Swiss point tool, a key ring, and then you get, I believe that is a 1 month free target dart counter. I think it's a 1 month. Yeah, 1 month. Which, if you're lucky, at some point in this video, that code will be on the screen. So make sure you pay attention. So if we have both the darts here, as I said, you can see a big old difference in the size of the barrel, which we'll get onto in more detail later. But is there this much difference when it comes to there being £85 as the difference? The brass set you can get for $14.95, and the 95Ks you can get for $99.99. That's what it looks like in the boxes. This is what the presentation of the dart looks like as well. Let's see how they actually throw.
So let's have a little chuck with the brass Rob Crosses. Now, I mean, one thing you'll say straight away is the grip is pretty weak. There's not really much grip to do with this. But, I mean, let's have a little look. I mean, whoa, that's a flyer. Oh mate, the flyers. So what I was saying when we were unboxing the darts was, you'll notice that the barrel on the brass darts is a lot bigger. Now the reason for that is because brass is a much lighter material, okay? So with it being a lighter material, you need a lot more material to get the weight up. Hence why these are actually 22 grams and the 95Ks are 23 grams. But the barrel difference is drastic. Like, they are a very thick barrel. Now, you can say that that's not necessarily a bad thing, but to be honest, I disagree. I think it is, because when you get a dart in that treble or anywhere near that treble, it covers the majority of the target up. You could put longer points in them, don't get me wrong, but would you really put longer points in a brass set of darts? I don't know. Another thing I'll say as well is, considering these are brass, they are flying pretty true. I must admit, they are flying quite well. Like, there's no sort of drastic deviations or anything like that, to be honest with you. So on that aspect, they're pretty good. However, on the flip side, if you're looking at a cheap dart, okay, for £15, double it, get the new Target Hydros. Then you get a Swiss point dart, it's tungsten, there's more variations you can have with them. So on that aspect, why would you not? There's a 60. And we're now on to the Rob Cross 95Ks. Now, you know, as I was saying about the brass, this barrel is so much skinnier, yet it's a heavier dart. Now, for me, when I'm buying an expensive dart, I like to have good presentation as well. And undoubtedly, the 95K range is probably some of the nicest packaging of a series of darts, I think, on the market. On that subject, guys, would you like to see a video that involves all of the 95K range? Now, there's two drastic things I will say about these set of darts compared to the brass darts. And that is, one, you get K-Flex with it. And the second thing is that they're Swiss pointed. And if you know anything about Swiss pointed darts, is it gives you that customization that a lot of players need. Oh, that's a 140. Now, just throwing them for a couple of minutes, there is already a massive difference in the consistency of my darts. Now, I don't know if it's because of the grip pattern on the 95Ks is better for me than what it is on the brass set, but they just fly much truer, and I also feel like I get more forgiveness. Now, I'm not the greatest of players, all right? What a surprise, Hazy Darts is not great at darts. Who's surprised? Not me. But one thing that is very, very clear to me as a generic, standard player is the fact that the better dart gives me a lot more forgiveness if I'm releasing the dart poorly. Give you an idea, just on those three darts there, you will see that the first dart I released has gone low and kinked to the left. It is still a 20. If that was with one of those brass ones, that's in the 5 all day, every day. Which one do I prefer? It's going to be the 95Ks. I think there's far too many benefits to the 95Ks over the brass set, especially because nowadays you can get some very, very, very good tungsten darts, tungsten barrel darts for around £30, which is double the price of these brass darts. But guys, let me know in the comments below what comparison videos you'd like to see in the future on this account. We are getting weekly videos out Tuesday and Thursdays every week now up until Christmas. So make sure you are subscribed, make sure you like the video, share it to all your mates, and let's push Hazy Darts to the moon. See you later.